Hey everyone, this is Andrew with the Investigator Advice website and the podcast and the videos, and today we're going to be reviewing the GT500 dash camera. It's supposed to be 1080p, 30 frames per second. It's got a 3-inch display screen. It's going for $69.99 at digcams.com. They sent this to me a while back, and I finally gotten around to review it, and so that's what we're going to do today. So we're going to take a look at the video in the daylight, and we're going to take a look at the video at the nighttime. We're going to mess around with the audio. I'm going to show you some functions on it. I'm going to show you what it comes with, and yeah, just a couple operating things, how to set the time, and how to zoom, and things like that. And then I'm going to give my final thoughts on it, whether you should get it, whether you shouldn't get it, and yeah, so let's get right into it. Alright, so when you get the GT500 dash cam, it's going to come in a box like this. It's very nicely packaged, sturdy. Kind of tells you some of the things that it has on here. One of the things that caught my eye was the 170 degree viewing angle. It has at least that. You know, the USB movie 2.0 cable or whatever. You know, 3-inch screen in the back. HDMI port, which was kind of cool. Actually does have it. And then talks about some other things on here. License plate registration, not too familiar with that. Video resolution. I never really trust any of this stuff. But yeah, so let me just show you what you get when you get your camera, or your dash cam. You get this. It's a very, very long cable, and I'm just only assuming that it's so you can wrap, you know, this around your car to kind of conceal it. I've already unwound it and been using it today. And then you just get this other little cable, this little USB cable. That's to charge. You can plug it into a wall socket and with a USB adapter and plug this into your camera. And yeah, last but not least is the camera. You get the camera. Just kind of give you an up close look at it. Kind of got a bulgy lens, kind of gets like a fisheye effect to it when you videotape, which you will see. It's got speakers. It's got let me turn it around this way for you. Your power button, your video button, on and off. It's actually a touch screen. You've got your menu buttons here as well, and your arrows move up and down the menu. You got your HDMI port here. You got your micro SD card port. You charge here. This is like a GPS plug-in thing. This is actually for your suction cup. Oh, it actually comes with a suction cup, wherever that's at. I think that's in my car still. But that's well made as well. And it also has the light here. Feels nice, feels well made. I've already gotten some scratches on the screen already. Let's get into some of the video here, kind of show you what you're going to get when you shoot in the day, you shoot in the night, and the audio. Okay, so I've got it hooked up. It's all plugged in and everything. One of the things I really like about it right away is that it is kind of small, which is fine. But one thing I kind of didn't like was that this cable's sitting here. But I also kind of like it because that way, if it was on the side, it's not going to wear out maybe. If it's on the bottom, it's not going to unplug while you're driving as easily. And it's just secured by a suction cup. So I thought that was pretty cool. So one thing to note on here is that you can actually zoom. And you can't zoom while you're recording, but you can just zoom ahead of time. So if you want to get further on your HUD or you want to pull back the video, you can do that just by pressing the arrows. Again, you can't be recording. Yeah, so that just kind of gives you an additional option. The video on the screen looks really, really, really good, but you can tell that I mean, it's not as sharp as it should be, but it's still pretty decent. So Anyways, oh yeah, you can also mute your microphone there. You see a little microphone on the screen. But yeah, so let's see some other like driving video. So here's another area where I had pulled my vehicle up to a car, and I had to get really close behind his bumper before the plate number became really clear on the video. Unfortunately, even as you can see, as I pull back here, you know, you already start to lose sight of the plate numbers, which I guess can be understandable. And even as I drive by these people, they're not going to be clearly identifiable unless, you know, if you videotape some guy in a red shirt and, you know, and then you're driving up on somebody in a red shirt, you know, then you might have to worry about it. But aside from that, like generally speaking, like as I'm driving down here, I like the video. I think it looks really clear. If I'm using this camera for just general, you know, just I get into an accident kind of thing, or I don't know, whatever other reason you might use it, you know, then this might be perfect for you. I do like it. I mean, considering the price that you're getting, I think it's pretty decent. There's no real skipping happening here. It's really pretty smooth video. And again, I'm seeing all this on the back screen, which I'm really happy about. Okay, so if you're what if you're a process server and you need to document you during a service? Well, you know, what better way to document a service if you can point your vehicle right at the house and, you know, just walk right up, just like that handsome man, and go to the door and, you know, hopefully if you're close enough, this house is kind of far away from the street, if you're close enough, you can get a view of the individual coming to the door. You know, just for the record, there's nothing wrong with the video. I sped it up because I wanted to make it look like I could walk fast. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. So you got a chance to hear my voice. I actually think the audio is pretty outstanding when it comes to a camera. That was pretty good. I've heard much worse, and I didn't think that was too bad. As for the video, it's, you know, it's 6:30 at night. I'm, you know, in Washington. It's quite dark, and you can see that the video is very grainy. That you know, that is basically what you're going to get. A little disappointing with that. I was hoping for a little bit better at night, especially when it had that light on the front. I thought that was going to make some significant difference. The light on the front actually does absolutely nothing. It might have a better impact on the photos the camera takes, but yeah, it didn't do anything for the video quality at all. Again, I still think the video is smooth, even though it's at night, but it's definitely super grainy. So that was my experience. A little disappointed, but at least you know what you're getting here. Okay, guys, if you're new to cameras and things like that, this is the memory card you're going to need. It's a super duper small one here. This is the size of a normal one for an SD card. This is actually an adapter. If you want to put it in your computer, you use this. You just slide it in there, and you plug it into your laptop or whatever you got there. But for our purposes now, I'm just going to go ahead and plug it in to the camera. It clicks on in there, right there. Okay. Then I'm going to turn on the camera. Gives you a little welcome. Zoom in a little bit closer here. Okay. So really quick, this is a touch screen. If I want to turn it on and off, I turn it here. If I actually just click this button, I want to actually turn it upside down. If I just click it quickly, the light comes on. It's not turning it off. I'm not holding it down very long, so it just kind of lights up. The S button, that's going to be your camera. or your kind of like your action button. So right now I'm in video mode. You can see the video camera there. If I turn that on, it starts recording. Now you can set this up for like 2-minute, 3-minute files, to where every 3 minutes it'll make a new file, save it. So I thought that was kind of interesting. You can do that on your own to figure out which one you want. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it here. So right now, nothing's happening. I can press the menu here to get it to go to the main menu. And let's say, for instance, I wanted to take a picture now. I don't want to take a video. So I'm just going to go ahead and push it because it's a touch screen. And now, if you can see here, the camera's changed. And if I want to take a picture, I just press this button again. Look at that. I'm taking pictures. And it's actually a pretty good camera, considering, which I'll show some pictures of myself that I took earlier today. If you don't want to use the menu button on the side, you can use this button down here. And let's say I want to go change the time. So I'm going to, I think it's in here. Oh, maybe it's not. You can do your white balances and things like that. If you're into that stuff, I'm going to do setup. And we'd go to time. Right? And okay. And then you can set the time there. You can adjust it and whatever. It's really pretty easy. You do different languages. I think this is font size. I could be wrong. Frequency. Never mind. I was wrong. So, yeah, that's really the basics of it. Is just getting that time going, getting that going correctly. You can press your playback button if you want to see what you did. Just use the arrows, and it'll replay it. It's actually really nice. They did a really good job with this. I will say that sometimes if you move too fast, you're taking a picture, it'll get blurry. But other than that, really pretty good functions here. So I'm going to show you how to view your videos and your pictures once you stick your memory card inside the computer. Okay, so if you want to take a look at your video, you plug in your memory, and this should pop up right here. Go ahead and click on it, and so you'll be able to look at your movies, which is this one. I took some video tonight. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and open it up with VLC. Right? And this is the grainy video that I took at night with the camera. But you can just see, what it looks like. Okay. So that's that, if you want to look at it. And then, if, let's see, I don't know if I put pictures on here. Yep. Let's see. Oops. I'm going to open it up with this one. And there you go. That's a picture I took in my office with the camera, so you can do that. And that's not too bad. As long as it has good light, the photos are pretty good. Anyways, so that's how you look at the media, the video and the photos on your memory card. Alrighty. So also, if it doesn't pop up the screen like this, you'll want to go to your PC or my computer, whatever version of Windows you're running, if you are running Windows, and you'll be looking for this. You'll be looking for your SD card. Alrighty. All right, so we've come to the end of this very long review. So it really comes down to some pros and cons. So we'll go with the pros first. First of all, I thought the video was pretty decent in the daylight. Even though you couldn't see license plate numbers clearly unless you got right up on them, generally speaking, there was no skipping. It was good color. Things didn't seem very blurred. Another thing is the price. It's $69.99. If you saw my previous video on the car camera, it was like $20-something, but you're getting so much more with this one than that one. So you're basically paying what, an extra $40. I liked how it was zoomable. I liked that you could, even though you couldn't zoom in during the video, I liked the fact that you can, if you're, ahead of time, depending on the type of vehicle you have or whatever. I like the fact that it has a camera, and the camera's pretty decent. I mean, it was taking decent pictures. There were some blurry ones that I put on the video, but that was because I was moving around when I shouldn't have been. And the last one, it has good audio. I didn't spend a whole lot of time sharing that part of it, but I was pleased with it. It wasn't, we're not talking, sound room audio, but it was okay. It was acceptable. So the bad, it's pretty bad at night, almost unacceptable. But when you're comparing things with the price point, you're almost able to eat the night part of it, because even good video cameras struggle. Even the video camera that I'm videotaping with this right now struggles pretty bad at night, and that's a Panasonic, and that's a name brand. So, just to kind of give you some points of reference here. I did have a couple glitches on the camera. It would just randomly not turn back on. And it said in the instruction manual, which I didn't even get to share with you guys, but the instruction manual, by the way, is decent. It said just to press the reset button and everything's go back to normal, which it did. And usually that's not the case. Usually that's like, you press it, nothing happens. But every time I press the reset button, it kind of got me back to normal. Whatever was wrong with it went back to normal. I didn't lose any of the, the timestamp or anything like that on it. And the night vision that I thought it was going to kind of have with that light didn't come true. That wasn't reality. Oh, one more pro is, if you guys noticed that when I showed you the pictures in the video and even the video itself, it has a timestamp. And as a private investigator, it's pretty important when you're documenting anything, even if you're using it for the purposes of in an accident or something like that, or documenting something, the timestamp is what matters. So I was very happy to have that on the camera, on the video. For the price, I think it's priced completely appropriately for the video, for the camera. So if you're willing to put up with the cons, I think this is a good buy for somebody at that price point. It's not breaking the bank, and it's going to be something you're able to use, and it seems it could last a long time. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Now I got to work on another video for you guys, and if you like, I plan on using this. You might see this video camera again in other videos. Me videotaping myself, talking to you. So, all right, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to comment below. Subscribe to the videos if you enjoyed this. I'm sorry it's so long. I just had a lot to share. See ya.